Hi there. Welcome to online classes organized by Justice Shivraj Patel PUC Science Colleges, a branch of Sarvagna Educational Institutions, Kalburgi. Myself, Dr. Lakshmikant Ramakrishna Chalwadi, LRC. And today's subject is electronics for second year PUC students. And today we are learning the chapter 3, that is transistor amplifier. And in this transistor amplifier, this is session number 8. And we are learning the AC equivalent and DC equivalent circuits for of transistor amplifier. In previous classes we have completed the CE, CB, CC configuration, and after that CE, CB, CC configurations, then we have studied the FET and the input output characteristics, how exactly the FET will work, and what is the phase shift, and all those things we have learned in session number 5, 6, 7. And today in this session we will learn about the transistor amplifier. This is chapter number 3, that is DC analysis. So what are the objectives? Let us see. The first one is DC analysis by writing DC equivalent circuit. This is the first objective. And then the second objective is AC analysis by writing AC equivalent circuit. We are taking, in both the cases we are taking C amplifier circuit, not CB, not CC. We are taking only C amplifier circuit, and that circuit we are writing its equivalent circuit. And then we are writing the expression for the input impedance. What do you mean by input impedance, and what are the expressions, and similarly output impedance, and then expressions for voltage gain, current gain, and product of that voltage and current is nothing but the power gain. So these are the 7 objectives of today's class. And we'll start with the first one. So what is that first one? So DC analysis are equivalent circuit obtained. So DC analysis are equivalent circuit obtained. So before that I would like to tell what is the need for AC analysis and DC analysis. So here you can see this, the transistor. So I had told you in the biasing, in the last class, biasing is nothing but giving the food for the operation of any transistor or any circuit. So that is nothing but given by DC source. Okay, either here unipolar source, in sometimes we may have here bipolar source. Here plus VCC minus VE also we can give. So that is unipolar or bipolar voltage sources are given. So that is nothing but the food. And then what we have configurations. So we have configuration this. So if you want to work it as a voltage amplifier, if you want to work it as a power amplifier, if you want to work it as a narrow frequency amplifier or switch, means that is a configuration. And then what we are giving, input and output. So the signal which has to be amplified, the signal which has to be switched on or switched off, so that thing we are giving. So that is the input and output. So here we are configured this transistor configuration, CE configuration, because we have here, this is the base, this is the collector, and this is the emitter, base, collector and emitter. So coming to this, how to explain? The first one is you need to explain, this is the transistor CE amplifier circuit. In this CE amplifier circuit we have transistor and components R1, R2, RC, RE, C in, C out and CE. These are the components, and then input is applied across the V in, and output is taken across the V out, that is 180 degree phase shift. So that all those things we have to write when it is asked. Okay, so this is general thing I have been telling in earlier classes. Okay. So now this is a mixture. So what is the need? I was telling what is the need for analyzing the AC and DC equivalent of the circuit means. So here this is the mixture of, here we have the DC sources, here we have the AC signals, and when we give AC signal, can't this AC and DC will fight together, or won't they fight, and whether it will, how it will amplify, that one we are seeing here. So I had told you yesterday, so this C in, C out and CE, so what they will do, this input capacitor, output capacitor and bypass capacitor. These 3 capacitors, this input capacitor will protect something coming in, and output capacitor will protect something is coming from outside or going from inside. So input and output both are isolated with the C in and C out. And what about this CE? This CE is used to maintain the transistor at particular voltage level. So that voltage level will be maintained. So these 3 capacitors play a very important role, and this will be AC. This will be open for DC, and this will bypass, that is short circuit for AC signals. So it will go here. Excess current will be bypassed through this one. Okay. So that is there. And here, so how to, why to analyze means, so by it is a combination, transistor circuit is a combination of DC and AC. That's why we need to analyze both the circuits, AC circuit as well as the DC circuit, reducing the given circuit into equivalent DC circuit and reducing the same circuit into AC circuit. Then we can write. So first one, the DC analysis of equivalent DC analysis circuit and DC equivalent circuit can be obtained. There are two conditions. The condition number 1, condition number 2, condition A, condition B. So what is the first condition? Reduce all AC sources to 0. Reduce all AC sources to 0 means, so we must remove this AC source and then we must remove this input and output AC sources, and opening all capacitors as they block DC. So what is opening all the capacitors? So this capacitor is there. So if you remove this means that will be open, and if you remove this means that will be open, and if you remove this means that will be open. So now what is left? To look nice, what I will do, we'll write, as it is removed, already it is removed, first condition is removed. By the virtue of first condition, reduce all the AC sources to 0. So we have reduced. And what is the second condition? Opening all the capacitors as they block DC. So open means there is no point in keeping open here, and you can keep also. There is nothing will taking place. Okay. So if you write only extra line, it's something like hair coming out of that. So that's why what I'll do, I'll trim off this, and I'll remove this. Okay, and here a baseline also I will remove this. So what is reduced? So its equivalent is nothing but the same thing. So this is DC equivalent circuit. So first condition is reduce all AC sources. So we have AC input and we have AC output. So first thing is we removed this AC, we have removed, and then what we had the capacitor, input capacitor, we had output capacitor, and we had bypass capacitor, CE. So C out, C in, and CE. So these capacitors we have removed. So when we have removed, it will be like this. And if I reconnect this means it will be earlier C amplifier circuit. So that will be there. Okay. And then from this equation, what we can write from this given equation, the same equation, I will, same circuit diagram, I will, this is C amplifier, as I told you, this is C amplifier. So what are the input and what are the output? Input. So here we have input and output. I would like to write here input and output, current and voltage. I would like to make the table here. Okay. So what is the input here? From where we are giving the input? Input is nothing but B across the base. So base current. So that is IB. What is the output current here? C across the collector. What is that? IC. Okay. And then what is the input voltage to this here? Input voltage is base to emitter voltage. Base to emitter voltage. So that, what is that? Voltage. So that's why superscript, script is B and subscript is BE, VBE. Subscript is BE and script is V. And what is the output voltage here? CE, collector emitter voltage, collector to emitter voltage, whatever is there. So that is output voltage. So CE, V, VCE. So this is the output voltage. Input current, output current, input voltage and output voltage. So like this, in almost all the classes I was telling you, and you must know this. Okay. So after this, what we can write from this equation, here we can write this is V2. This is V2. From where this V2 is coming? So this V2 is coming from the voltage divider network. The same thing I want to write here like this. Okay. This is plus VCC, and this R1, this is R2. So if I shift this to here, any changes? If this VCC is here or if this VCC is here, it doesn't matter. Okay, R1 and R2. And here I am taking one divider network there, so output there. So this is let us say V out, not V out. Let me call it is voltage across V2, R2. That's why this one is called as V2, and voltage across resistor 2 is V2. So how to calculate this voltage? V2 is nothing but opposite resistance. What is the opposite resistance here? V2 is equal to opposite resistance is R2 divided by sum of the resistances. Sum of the resistance. What is the sum of the resistances? R1 plus R2, and multiplied by input voltage. Multiplied by the input voltage or the source voltage. So VCC. So this is the voltage available here. So for example, this is 10 volts, and this is 1K, and this is 1K means what is the output voltage? So this here it will be 1 divided by 2 into 10, which is equal to 5 volts. So here we get 5 volts. This is voltage divider network. So this voltage divider network is given to this base of this transistor amplifier. So here we can write the V2 equation is equal to this one. Okay, V2 is equal to opposite resistance, voltage across the resistance 2 is equal to opposite resistance divided by sum of the resistance multiplied by the total input voltage. So that is the V2. So this one I have written here, V2. And next one is how to calculate that V2. So here we have the height. Okay, what is that? You can, when you consider this input resistance or input stage, there I have written like this. So this is base, this is emitter, and resistance across emitter is Re, and this is R2, and here we have V2. Okay, so this V2 is nothing but I can write here I1, I can write to here. So V2, this V2 is equal to, this voltage is equal to this voltage, base emitter voltage. This height, total height is equal to, I would like to call it as a potential. That's why potential will be having always height. So that's why V2 is equal to VBE, and this voltage at RE. Okay, this height. Okay, this total height is equal to this height plus this height. So as per this we can write the equation. As per this, how we can write the equation? V2 is equal to R2. V2 is equal to this voltage. This, what is this voltage? VBE plus, and voltage across RE. Voltage at RE. Voltage at RE. So this is nothing but VBE plus voltage at RE is written as V is equal to, what is that V? V is equal to, I told you many of the times. So V, I can say V when if I am there. So V is equal to I into R. V is equal to V is equal to I into R. So I would like to write and then R. So but this is at where this V, this E, V is across E, so that's why IE into RE. So like this we can write the equation, and from this equation what we can write is we need emitter current. So that emitter current is this equation can be rewritten as here I wrote this thing here. Okay, IE into RE. V2 is equal to VBE plus IE into RE, and then IERE. So IERE is equal to V2 minus VBE, bringing that to other side, and product of this IERE and keeping IE and dividing RE, bringing it to the numerator. So this is emitter current equation. Similarly, we can write the output voltage equation. So what is that output voltage equation? Here we can write this. This is VCC from here to here total. From here to here, this is VCC. Okay, this VCC is categorized into three components. The first, voltage at RC, and voltage between CE, and voltage at RE. Voltage at RE. So can I write like this? I can. Okay, this height is equal to, this total height is equal to this height plus this height plus this height. So for this, what I can write the equation? For this I can write the equation VCC is equal to voltage at RC plus VCE plus voltage at RE. Voltage at RE. Okay, voltage at RE. So how to write this? V is equal to what we have? V is equal to I into R. So that's why I into R. But this here where across what voltage this is? Across the RC. So that's why RC IC plus VCE plus this is voltage across RE, emitter resistance. So that's why IE and RE. Okay. Then VCC is equal to. But what we need here, what exactly we need? We need output voltage. We can take output voltage VCE, or we can take output current across IC or IE. Whatever you want, we can calculate from this. And IC is equal to, approximately equal to this IC. So that also we can equate here. So this is nothing but DC analysis and DC equivalent circuit. DC analysis and DC equivalent circuit of CE transistor amplifier. Okay. So next we'll learn about AC analysis and AC equivalent circuit of transistor amplifier. So okay, so AC equivalent circuit can be written by following these two steps. That is, number one is DC sources are replaced by short circuit, and all capacitors are replaced by short circuit. In earlier, when we want to write a DC equivalent circuit, means there we need to remove all AC components, and then we need to remove the capacitors. But here we need to DC sources are replaced by short circuit. DC sources should be replaced by short circuit, and all capacitors are replaced by short circuit. So that is also known as RE model. So this is the condition for AC equivalent circuit. So let me draw the circuit first, and then we can analyze. Okay. So first one is, so we have the R1, R2, and then we have the circuit diagram, base, collector and emitter, and resistors across this, that is RE, and the capacitor across this CE, and here resistance across the capacitor collector, that is RC, and output capacitor, that is C out or C in, C out or C2. So this is C in, input capacitor, and then we have AC source V in, and then we will have all these to the ground, and here we will have V out from this one, and here we will have this plus VCC. So this is our circuit diagram. So CE amplifier circuit diagram, and this circuit diagram has to be converted into AC equivalent circuit. So what is the first condition? The first condition is to replace, to remove all the DC sources to ground, short circuit. DC sources are replaced by, short circuit. So what do you mean by this? So this I can write. I want to write this circuit like this. Instead of this, I have here a battery, plus and minus. Okay. So we have the battery here. Okay. Let us assume this one is plus 12 volts battery, Dabba battery, and that is alkaline battery. Here this one is plus, this one is minus. So here I would like to connect to this. So is it having the same sense earlier and this one? Yes, this is having the same meaning, giving the same meaning. And now, what is the condition? First condition is to replace this with short circuit. Replace this battery with the short circuit. Short means, what do you mean by short? When plus and minus. So when plus and minus, plus terminal and minus terminals are connected with each other, so then that will be a short. So don't try this. And here, so plus and minus will be short circuited, first condition. And second condition, what is the second condition? And remove or replace the capacitors, replace the capacitors with the short circuit. So short circuit means like this, we can have input capacitor, and this is the output capacitor, and this is the emitter capacitor. So if I have parallel connection like this means, then that will be having no use. So it's better to remove that and write like this. So better to remove this, and so here it is taking output, and here also you are writing here. So when we have across the resistance parallel means this will bypass. So no current will flow here. So always remember, current, air, and current, air pressure, and current and water. So these three things always flow in the direction where there is a low resistance. Okay. So low resistance. So if a current is more here, so this current will go here or go here. So here zero resistance here, but there is some resistance. So this will not follow, the current will not follow this path, the current will follow this path. So it means it is as good as eliminating this one. There is no meaning for this one. So like this we have writing. We are writing like this, and the same thing we can write like this also we can write. Okay. So this can be, when we transform this, the same thing here and here we have the connection. So I want to introduce here R1, replace this from base to top terminal, and top terminal is, this terminal is connected to here. So it means that this is as good as connecting here like this. So the same thing I am doing here, connecting here to the base. Okay. From base to the ground. And then what is this transistor? This transistor, this RC is connected from collector to the emitter. So if you write here, if you write here, if you write here, or if you write here, it is giving the same meaning. So that's why even I can write this here also. Okay. And we can remove, if you remove this sources means, AC input source and output source means it will be like this, and we can introduce the source, and you can have the source here, input source and output voltage. This is RC. So this is how transformation or the RE model is, the circuit has changed. The AC equivalent circuit for C amplifier is shown, and this is also called as RE model. Okay. And next one is replace the emitter base junction with the AC circuit, and replace the collector base junction. So here we have this circuit has to be replaced. For RE model, what is that? Number one, input junction, and number two is output junction. Okay. Input junction and output junction has to be replaced. So input junction should be replaced with resistance, and output junction should be replaced with the current source. Okay. So like this we have. So this is the condition. So what is that exactly? So replace the emitter base junction with the AC resistance. Emitter base junction with AC resistance, that is nothing but impedance. And second condition is replace collector and base junction with constant current source, CCS. Okay. Emitter base junction. Input junction is nothing but emitter base junction, and output junction is nothing but collector. Output junction is collector, and so instead of like this, what I would like to write is BE junction, and because emitter is common, here collector and emitter junction. So like this we have two junctions, input junction and output junction. The same thing we can write here. So that is R1, that is R2, and this circuit, how I can write is, we can write like this. So this is emitter, this is like this. Okay, this is input is given to the base, and emitter is common, and collector is a little bit larger. This is C, this is B, this is E, and here I am taking one more resistance here. So this is junction 1, this is junction 2, this is input junction, and this is output junction. So this is junction between base and emitter, this is junction between second junction, that is base and collector junction. So collector output junction, that is CS. R constant current source, and collector and base junction. This is not C, this is C, collector and base junction. Please rectify this, collector and base junction. This is output junction and input junction. Okay, this transistor circuit is written like this, and then how this has to be transformed. So input junction should be replaced with R. R is nothing but Z in AC we are applying. So that's why this can be rewritten like this. 1, 2, this is R1, this is R2, this is R1, R2, and then we have one more resistance R in, and there is one CCS, constant current source, and this constant current source is in parallel with the resistance RC. So this is CCS, constant current source, and this is the collector resistance, and here we get V out, and here we apply V in. Okay, so like this we can transfer, we can write AC equivalent circuit, and these terminals we can write here. So this is the base, this is the emitter, and this is the collector. Okay, so base, collector, and emitter. So this R in. R in is that input resistance, that is also known as Z in. Z in are input resistance. Okay, so we'll write now the expression for input impedance, that is Z in. So how to write that input impedance? So this total impedance, whatever the impedance it is offering, offering, that is known as input impedance. So that is Z in is calculated as Z in is equal to R1 is parallel with R2, R1 is parallel with R2, R1 is parallel to R2, R2 is parallel with R in. R in. So if you calculate these three things, parallel means that is nothing but input impedance. Input impedance are Z in thing. So Z in is Z in base. So that is base is nothing but the third one is R in. R in is nothing but Z in, input impedance across the base. And Z in is equal to Vt divided by DC base current, and Vt divided by Ib, which is equal to Vt into beta divided by Ic. Okay. So this is rewritten R1 parallel with R2 parallel with Z in, and this is base, and this is total Z in, total input impedance, and this first resistance, second resistance, this is R in, or this can be rewritten as Z in base because this is applied by across the base terminal. So that thing we are writing. And next what we have, Z in is equal to Vt divided by input DC current. Okay, Vt, that is Vt divided by input current. So which is equal to Vt divided by Ib. And what is this Ib? Ib is nothing but beta is equal to output current divided by input current. So which is equal to Ic divided by Ib. IC divided by IB, and we need to write the expression for beta. So I mean IB is equal to IB is equal to IC divided by beta. IC divided by beta, like this we can write, and we can rewrite that expression as VT into beta divided by IC. So since IE, these things will be both are approximately equal, I mean here we need to substitute this, instead of IB we need to write VT divided by IB. IB is equal to IC divided by beta. So this is big line, and when it comes there, when we rewrite that, what we will get? Beta into VT divided by IC. So Zin is equal to, so VT divided by IC is nothing but that is RE. What is that R? So we have V is equal to I into R. R is equal to V by I. So beta into RE. Beta into RE. So like this we can write. Yes. So IC is approximately equal to IE. So therefore what we can write, Zin base is equal to 1 plus beta into RE, but approximately we can take beta into RE dash. Okay. Zin is equal to, and finally what we can write is beta RE. Finally what we can write here in this equation, R1 parallel with R2 parallel with beta into RE. Okay. So this thing we can write here finally. Zin is equal to, okay, we can write use this equation, or we can use this equation. If this value is given means we can use. And in question number 27, part D, question number 27, there is a compulsory numerical. So in that numerical these things will be used. So what is this Zin means? So this Zin is the total input impedance, and Zin base is the input impedance across the base. So how to calculate that? So the Zin can be calculated as R1 parallel with R2 parallel with beta into, if beta value is given, so you have to use this beta, and RE then you can use RE. Or if it is given Zin means Zin base is given means you can use the second equation or the third equation. So this is the expression about input impedance expression. And next what we have? Next we have output impedance expression. So what is that output impedance? Output is nothing but output voltage divided by output current, which is equal to output voltage across RC IC divided by IC, which is equal to RC. Z out is equal to output impedance is equal to what is that we have? R is equal to V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR, and R is equal to V by I. So V divided by I. So V divided by I means because we are calculating the out, so that's why V out divided by I out. What is the output voltage and input output voltage and output current for CE? This one here we had CE amplifier configuration. So this is emitter, this is collector, this is base. So base emitter voltage is the input voltage, and collector emitter voltage is the output voltage. Okay, and output current is taken across the collector, that's why it is called as IC, and input current is IB. But what we need only these two things. output voltage and output current. So that is output voltage is nothing but VCE divided by IC. Okay, VCE divided by IC, like that we can write. Or that voltage we don't have, but what we can write, that voltage is nothing but that voltage or output voltage, or that one is RC into IC divided by IC. And when we calculate this voltage across that VC, and when we calculate remove this we will get this RC. So instead of this, better to use this Z out, because this is only when DC, but here Z means AC circuit. That's why we can write like this. We output voltage divided by output current. Output voltage is given by IC into RC, that is voltage across the capacitor resistance, I mean collector resistance, and then IC divided by IC, output current, that is IC. And when we calculate this, Z out is nothing but, and sometimes even we can write RC is parallel with RL. So like this we will calculate Z out. You can use this one or you can use this one. So whatever the value is given across the resistance, that is also known as RC, and otherwise we can calculate RC multiplied by RC parallel with RL, what is the product value, so that we can have there. And then we have expression for the voltage gain and current gain and power gain. So AV is equal to output voltage divided by input voltage. So next one is, so this is the input impedance, this is output impedance, and then what we have expression for, shall I clean this? What is that? Next one is AV, expression for AV, that one is number 5. Expression for AV. AV is nothing but voltage gain. Voltage gain is nothing but output gain is nothing but a ratio of output voltage to input voltage. So what is the output voltage? So earlier we have seen VCE divided by VBE. So okay, output voltage divided by input voltage, VCE divided by VBE, or in other words we can write IC into output impedance divided by IC into RE dash. So that also we can write. And so this also we can write IC into ZO output, and here IC into RE dash. So like this also we can write IC into Z out, output impedance, then IC divided by IC multiplied by RE dash. So which is minus, usually it would be IC divided by Z out multiplied by beta into IB into RE. So this further it can be rewritten as IC into ZO divided by IC is nothing but what we have, beta is equal to IC divided by IB. So IC is equal to beta into IB multiplied by RE dash. So we can use any of the expression for voltage gain, and sometimes ZO divided by since IC dash is IC is equal to beta into IB, that's we have written, and AV is equal to ZO divided by RE dash. AV is equal to ZO divided by so this is all, these are all factors, they are all in minus, which have got expression for voltage gain because minus. So here this is minus, 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 minus. Why? Because this is C amplifier, and what does it indicates? There is a phase shift between input and output. Okay, so this is a 180 degrees phase shift. 180 degree phase shift indicates negative sign. Negative sign it will indicate. So that's why here we have minus signal. So this is the expression for voltage gain, and then we have expression for 6 is AI, which is equal to output current divided by input current. Output current divided by input current. But what is that output current? Output current is nothing but IC divided by IB. IC divided by IB, which is equal to beta. So IC divided by IB, which is equal to beta. So that is expression for output current. I mean expression for gain. Then one thing I have skipped here, I mean forgot, that is minus RC divided minus RC here, minus RC parallel with RL divided by RE. So this also we can use here sometimes, and when that our load resistance is given. Otherwise we can skip this. The RL is the load resistance, the gain is equal to AV, and the negative sign indicates the phase reversal between input and output. And expression for current is AI is equal to IC divided by IB, which is equal to beta. And then power gain. So then power gain is nothing but AP, and seventh one is AP. AP is equal to AI multiplied by AV. So current gain multiplied by voltage gain. So whatever we multiply, whatever may be the quantity, that quantity will be directly multiplied, and that we get here. So I hope we have covered all the 7 objectives, and I want to revise what we have learned here. So DC analysis in this first step, DC analysis or DC equivalent circuit can be written by replacing the removing the capacitor and AC sources. So once we remove that, first we have to write this is usually question, and student you are supposed to know this. How to write this? First we have to write the H diagram, transistor and RC and RE, R1, R2 and CE, C in and C out. So these are the 7 components you have to write along with apart from the transistor. So then source positive and ground, and input and output. So like this you have to write all the parameters, and then write down the condition. For DC analysis, the first condition is remove the AC source, and second one is replace the capacitor. That is the first, and then we can write the equivalent circuit. And the AC analysis, what is the AC analysis? So short circuit the DC source and remove all the capacitors, C in and C out and CE. So that one we are removing, and whatever is left I have shown you very neatly. So step by step you can, if you have not followed, I hope all of you are here and listening my voice. Otherwise you can rewind and go back to that, and you can recheck that. Okay, so that conditions, the number 1 condition is to remove the DC source, and number 2 short circuit, not remove means short circuit, and number 2 is replace the capacitor with the short circuit. So that is the condition, and then we'll write down the expressions for Z in base and Z in total input impedance. So that one we are writing here expression for that input impedance, and similarly we are writing output impedance. So input impedance is nothing but it is the AC resistance. You must, if you remember, V is equal to I into R, Ohm's law, voltage equation means R is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by I, and R and Z are same, and Z in is nothing but V divided by, so this is also Z is equal to V divided by I. Voltage divided by current ratio, Z is input, either it may be input voltage, input current, and output means output voltage divided by output current. So this is the fundamental or the basic thing. So if you follow this one means you can easily write down the expression here, and then expression for voltage gain, AV. AV means any gain is nothing but output divided by input. So that is output voltage divided by input. Output is given by IC into Z out, IC into Z out divided by IC. So where both will be given, and IC get cancelled, that will be RC. So that RC, if it is no load resistance is given. If load resistance is given, RC parallel with RL we have to calculate. That is there. And then current again is nothing but directly given. It is a beta. Beta is equal to output current divided by input current. And finally, we have the product of voltage gain and current gain. That is nothing but expression for AP. So these are all the contents today's class. I hope you have understood. And after this, I mean next session we will learn about 3.5. So that is 3.4 is DC and AC equivalent circuit of transistor amplifier. And coming session, session number 9, we will learn about power amplifier and types of power amplifiers, class A, class B, class AB, class C, and comparison of that, working of that, all these things we will learn, and then we will be left with multi-stage amplifiers, all these things. Okay, thanks for listening. Good day, have a good time.